Hey, what's up guys? Slick Silver. I got a little different type of video, well, a little different type of vlog I'd like to do today. This is going to go over the way that I actually got started in stacking and collecting silver. So it actually began in 2013. I think the price of silver was around $19.50 per troy ounce, or somewhere in that neighborhood. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was around that price. Anywho, and the town that I live in a smaller town. I don't live in a very big town, and the town that I do live in is has a flea market in the right in the middle of the town, and I would often go to the flea market. I know the guy that was running and operating the flea market. His name was Mr. Mike, and I would always go up there and talk to Mr. Mike, and he would have some pretty cool stuff up there. You know, he'd have some older baseball cards, some old Frank Thomas and Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire cards and stuff like that. And I used to trade and deal with him from time to time. And anyway, so I go up there on this one particular Saturday, and I notice he has a bar down in the glass case, you know, below his register. And I was very curious about it because it just caught my attention as soon as I walked into the flea market. And I asked Mr. Mike, I said, "Hey, Mr. Mike, what is that bar down there? What is that?" He said, "Well, you can have it for $200. And I said, "Whoa, that seems a little pricey, don't you think?" Well, here, he picks up this silver bar. He hands me the silver bar, and I'm looking at it, and it's reading 3/9 fine, 10 troy ounce silver, 3/9 fine silver. And I'm blown away. I still have this bar. Now, to give you an idea what bar it was the Year of the Dragon, one of the APMEX Lunar Series Year of the Dragon. And anyway, so I'm holding this bar and I'm looking at Mr. Mike. I'm like, wow, so I'll give you $200 for this silver bar, this 10-ounce bar. And he's like, "Yeah, you can take that." He said, "That's pretty much putting money in the bank, except you never really let go of your money." And he got me to thinking about that, and I was like, okay, that sounds pretty cool. Now, keep in mind, I know absolutely nothing about collecting and stacking silver. You know, of course, I've got a few coins at the house. I had, you know, some Morgans, a couple of piece dollars and Mercury dimes, and some old Rosies that I have, you know, picked up here and there. But I was never really into the hobby per se. And so that was my first 10-ounce bar that I ever bought. And like I say, I still have that 10-ounce bar, and I've bought several more since then. And you know, I never really thought that I would ever reach 100 ounces, and that seems like a long time ago now. It seems like you start accumulating a stack, and before you know it, it grows to a bigger size than what you would have ever expected. So anyway, I buy the 10-ounce bar, and just to check him out, I go to a coin shop that's about 45 minutes from my house. It's actually they mainly deal with you know, wedding bands, and it's a jewelry store for the most part, but they do sell graded coins and some bullion too. And I go bring that 10-ounce bar there, and that guy's like, "Well, yeah, I'll give you, you know, around the same price what I paid for it." He was like, "Well, I'll give you $200 for it." It was maybe like $195. It was a little less, maybe something like that. And that got me thinking, wow. And I told him, "No, you know, I'll keep it. I just wanted to bring it up here because I had bought this bar, and I just wanted to see how easy it would be to liquidate this thing in case I needed some cash." He's like, "Oh yeah, silver and gold." You know, he was telling me about it, and he was pretty much telling me the words verbatim of what Mr. Mike had told me, that, you know, silver and gold is pretty much putting your money in the bank, which actually never letting go of your money. And man, I tell you, I've been hooked ever since. Now, some of these guys on YouTube, they're into it way more than me. You know, they got way more capital to let go, and they got big collections, and they're better. They do a lot of dealing with other people, personal trades and deals and such as that. And I enjoy getting on YouTube and watching all these other guys' channels and vlogs, and they have so much information out there, and I like it, man. There's a few of my favorite channels. I would have to say Shadow Stacks is probably one of my favorite channels. Let me think. I like Numa Stacker, Losing Louie. Silver Joker he's by far one of my favorite channels. I love his he brings everybody on his road trips to his local coin shop and whatnot. I think that's real cool how he does his vlogs. And yeah, so anyway, getting back to me getting started. After I validated the liquidity of the 10-ounce silver bar, so I go back the next weekend and I say, hey, Mr. Mike, do you got any more of those 10-ounce bars? He said, well, yeah, I sure do. And so he pulls out a few different designs. And this is before I know anything about Johnson Matthey and Engelhard, your big name brand bars. Those catch pretty good premiums on personal trades. And he pulled out a Johnson Matthey, and he was letting me know, that it's a big old different world when you start dealing with silver bullion. Things, certain bars and certain pieces have higher premiums as opposed to others. And the longer you're into it, the more of this information makes itself available to you, and you learn it. Everybody learns at different rates. Some people pick it up quick. Some people, it takes them a minute to get it. And I've enjoyed it thus far, man. I'm thankful every day that I got into stacking and collecting the silver bullion like that. And the only, Mr. Mike, he's no longer with us here anymore. He passed away a few years ago, and I hope, I like to think that I'm doing him proud of carrying on his legacy, and I think he would be happy for me. And I thank him all the time that he helped get me started collecting silver. So he was definitely a big help, a big influence in my direction as far as stacking silver and gold. And I've just been blessed and thankful ever since. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. I put a few fun facts throughout this little vlog here for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. And I will leave you with the remainder of what I have here, and you guys take it easy and keep on stacking.